And we are back for half number 2 from Vassar College, the Bombers and the Brewers. And this has been a tight one so far. Eli Fishman alongside Cam Manna on Ithaca Athletics. 35-36, the current score, with the Bombers trailing by only 1 point. Back and forth throughout the course of the first half. Cameron Coffey on fire at the end of the first half. A few freshmen getting in on the floor in action as well. Elizabeth Majka, in addition to Tori Drevna, to the driving factors so far. But Cam, it's been Cameron Coffey, the graduate senior, coming back and having a huge impact so far in this one.
Yeah, she's only sat down for 2 minutes so far in this game. 17 points, a season high to her tally. Has been able to do it very well from the perimeter. But having Coffey into the game like this, a grad senior with how young this group is, a returner came off the bench a lot last season. Good to see.
And it's going to be the Vassar Brewers taking it left to right. And now at the top of the key, they go. Bellatoni currently at the top of the key at the post. Driving, now sends it back to the near side corner. Wing extended, Kernick. Kernick stutter steps back to the top of the key. Driving down the lane, stutter stepping. Kernick looking for somewhere to go. Goes down low, the pass, the feed, and it's Julia Harvey who swirls one in for two more. 38-35 the lead. 9:35 left to go here in quarter number 3. Back to the other side of the court now. Dixon, top of the key, sends it to the right wing. Coffey. Coffey sends it underneath the net with the pass. Driving. It's Yorio. Baseline throws down the hook, but it's no good off the rim. Right. And rebounded by the Brewers. It's Julia Harvey again. Top of the key. Feeds down low. Tawney. Back to Harvey. Underneath. And the finger roll for 2.
And 8 points right now for Harvey. What a start. And having 4 early on in the second half.
Bowers moving right to left. Yorio. Top of the key. Looking for somewhere to go. Being guarded closely by Tawney. Goes behind the back. Ichabal Seta. Back to Yorio. Back to Ichabal Seta. Drives. Goes down low. No. Now kick out 3. Dixon. Back iron. No good. Fight for the rebound. Yorio keeps it in bound underneath the basket. Around the perimeter they go. Ichabal Seta now to Dixon. Driving. Down low. Puts up a shot. Backboard. No good. Yorio gets the rebound on the near side corner. Dribbling back towards the wing. Now back to the top of the key. It's Polche. Polche driving towards the right side. Now down the baseline. Throws up a hook. Off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by the Brewers. Moving left to right. They've got numbers. It's now McDermott. Left wing here. Stutter steps towards the corner. Now goes back to the left wing. Kernick. Kernick calling out plays. Now sends it back to the top of the key. Harvey. Harvey behind the back. Tawney. Tawney top of the key at the stripe. Now goes behind the back. Harvey drives. Puts up a shot on the fadeaway from the elbow, and it's good. 42-35 the lead. Now with the Brewers, who've jumped out to 4 unanswered. To start us off here at half number 2, Bombers right to left, all white uniforms. As Polche now with it, right wing. Coffey, right corner. Enters the perimeter, goes down low to Yorio. Pass batted down, it's Harvey. In transition, left to right. Now to Gelb. Gelb top of the key, sends it out, and a left open 3 for Sierra McDermott. 9 straight unanswered points for the Brewers to start us off here in the third quarter. 7:40 left on the clock.
And McDermott and Gelb and Harvey have been the story so far. Gelb with 10 points, having 4 here early on. Harvey started the party, and McDermott had the Bombers take a timeout. That's what Vassar does very well. They move in transition. They like to move slowly, but they work through Tawney. 6'3", their center at the top of the key. She opens up so much on the perimeter on a little, outside handoff pass on those back screens, and that's where Vassar has been able to succeed with their perimeter shooting. Top 3 in the Liberty League so far this season in that category, but you open up conference play here. These two teams, Vassar and you look at Ithaca, coming into this season, these have been the 2 programs the last 5 years that have been very successful and have been able to win games. And Vassar has given Ithaca a lot of trouble in the past in the regular season. But, the big thing here for the Bombers, 10 points out of the timeout. They're down. Got to get back to your offense.
12 points for McDermott, the sophomore. Played a good amount last year. Has come in and filled a big-time role this season. Bombers take it underneath their own basket, right to left. Ichabal Seta quickly setting ground. Top of the key, Dixon. Now back to Yorio. High post, drives towards the basket. Now down the baseline, looking for somewhere to go. Puts up a shot off the backboard. No good. Fight for the rebound underneath the net, and it's slapped out of bounds by Julia Harvey going underneath the basket. So it will go in favor of the Bombers, able to catch a break there after the shot goes out of bounds, just off the fingertips. And it'll be inbounded underneath the net by Junie Dixon.
And the big thing here for the Bombers, be selective from this inbound.
And where she'll go on the inbound is towards the left wing. Polche, the intended target, overhead, out of bounds, into the bleachers. here at Vassar College. And that's going to give the Brewers another opportunity, up 10 points, now 7:20 left. Left to right, dribbling across midcourt with the right hand. It's McDermott. McDermott to the top of the key, trying to set something up. Goes top of the post. Now it's Gelb. Gelb driving. Sends it to the near side. McDermott on the corner. And a little bit of a collision between Polche and Julia Harvey there as she was coming around for the screen. Ball goes out of bounds off the hands of Polche. Harvey hits the floor. The two colliding in front of the Vassar bench on the near side. Ball goes out of bounds, so it'll be inbounded by Gelb. Being guarded by Coffey. Goes top of the key. Tawny around the perimeter. Now sends it to the far side. McDermott. McDermott driving. Now sends it to the near side corner. Harvey drives. Baseline. Help from the backboard. And swishes it in for 2 points. What a drive for Vassar to start this off, giving the Bombers nothing as Ichabod Seta takes it across midcourt, setting something up top of the key. Drives, stutter steps, points, and finally the streak is stopped. Switching sides to the court now. Vassar, Tawny setting something up. Driving down the lane from the stripe. Sends it back to the right wing extended. McDermott, right corner, driving, being covered by Yorio. Sends it around the perimeter. It's Gelb, who lets one fly from three way downtown. Back iron, no good. Coffey picks up the rebound. Bombers with numbers. Ichabod Seta now with it. Left wing. Back to Dixon. Top of the key. Dixon working her way back towards the Vassar logo at midcourt. Now goes to the near side in Coffey. Coffey left wing to Yorio. Back to Coffey. Coffey puts up a shot off the pass, and it's blocked down by the hands of Bella Tawny. Jump ball is going to go in favor of the Brewers here after it was a fight between Dixon and Gelb for it on the right wing on the Bombers' side of the court. And Vassar with a huge steal, knocking the ball right at
third foul against Yorio. Bombers were in foul trouble, 2 so far in this second half, but great job from Vassar, controlling that possession, taking it back.
McDermott, top of the key, sends it left wing now. Gelb underneath the basket and floats it in. Help from the backboard, going one-on-one there, puts up a shot. And finding an easy lane as the Bombers quick in transition. It's Coffey on the right wing. She's got 17 points to her name. Now to Watkins, who's checked in for Yorio. Drives the finger roll and one. As Watkins, checking in seconds ago, will head to the line and look to make this a three-point play.
Great job there from Watkins from that right elbow going down to the left side. Her non-dominant hand, but floating it up with the contact. Great job from Watkins, who has been a stellar player entering her junior season. A lot more minutes she's got.
Fighting for that sixth spot off the bench as she sinks the free throw. It is indeed a three-point play. Bombers cut the deficit to 9. 5:30 left to go here in the third quarter, and it's McDermott. Top of the key, calling out plays. Goes to the stripe, and it's Tawny. Back towards the net, sends it out to the left corner, and Harvey looking for someone to go. Sends it to the left corner. Thompson, that's Kernick for 3. Off the front iron and no good. Right into the hands of Watkins, and the Bombers, all white unis, right to left. Ichabod Seta dribbling with the right hand. Left wing. Back towards the top of the key. Kick out. Dixon for 3. Back iron, no good. Who's going to get the rebound underneath the basket? And it's Watkins off the hands of Harvey. Goes up for the shot. Fouled as she goes for the fadeaway on the left side of the court. So she's going to head to the stripe, but the shot did miss.
And Zoraida, a great job, too, being able to save that ball from going out of bounds in that right baseline and save it back into Watkins to keep that possession alive. So the Bombers now a lot more urgency on the offensive side to keep offensive plays, possessions alive as Dubin checks in the game here and Junie Dixon comes out. A big thing that Coach Raymond talked about, how can this team play without Dixon in the lineup in a position right now where they have to continue to hold on.
On the Vassar side, Kernick out, Ahern in. No good for Watkins on the first from the foul stripe. Couple key players coming out on the Bombers' side. Dubin has been clutch off the bench so far over the last couple of seasons. In the second for Watkins, misses from the foul stripe. And Vassar takes it left to right here. McDermott sends it to the left corner now. Ahern. Around the perimeter, they go. Harvey. Back to Gelb. Gelb top of the key. Tawny behind the back. It goes to McDermott underneath the basket looking for somewhere to go. Stutter step kick out to Harvey. Harvey top of the key. Driving. Baseline right side. Puts up a shot with 6 on the shot clock. And a foul underneath the basket. But it will go to the Bombers off of the errant shot. Just a hook being thrown out from almost out of bounds underneath the net. And the Bombers will take it, and Coffee from underneath the basket.
Yeah, tough there for Tani, missing that shot on the right side and trying to go after that rebound over the back foul. She'll also come out of the game here. Third foul as well with Tani. So now the Bombers down by 9 points here, 4:30 in the third, a chance for them to make their push.
It's Caroline Siekman who checks in for Vassar. Iqbal Seta down the left sideline, back to Watkins. Watkins top of the key, drives, and the takeaway for Vassar. Trying to go for the pass down low to Coffee. In transition now, it's Gelb. Gelb stutter steps underneath the basket, and she's stripped of the basketball by Pulche before she can put a shot up. Coffee, left wing, Iqbal Seta around the perimeter. Kick out three for Dubin off the left iron, and no good. Vassar's going to take it. Two teams exchanging steals, and now it's the Brewers left to right. Far sideline, now the pass down low to Tova Gelb. Swirls in the finger roll, uncontested.
And Gelb with 14 points. 8 of them coming here in the second half, and all of them, Eli, have been under the basket like that.
3:45 left to go in the third, 51-40 lead for Vassar. After 9 unanswered to start us off here in quarter number 3 as the Bombers on the left side of the court with it now. Pulche, Iqbal Seta from the stripe, tries to put up a shot on the fadeaway and catch the Brewers off defense sleeping, but it's now the Brewers offense. Quick in transition. Gelb driving one-on-one with Dubin underneath the net, puts up a shot, and it's rejected by Grayson Dubin. Slapped right back onto the basket and taken from right to left. And then trying to put up a shot underneath the basket was Coffee, but it gets slapped away, and a foul is going to be called here.
And the big thing here, too, for the Bombers and Vassar, slow down these possessions. You have that time on the shot clock. Both teams have these steals. They want to move in transition quickly, but they're putting up erratic shots. Slow down, find your possession. You don't need that pull-up three with 5 seconds into a possession.
Here in the Liberty League opener, Brewers and Bombers inbounded. Coffee around the perimeter. Drevna top of the key, back to Dixon, who's checked in. Coffee, left wing, drives, baseline, puts up the finger roll, and swirls it in. Deficit cut to 9 with 3:05 remaining.
And Coffee now 19 points, working down the lane, even with some contact, laying it in on the left side.
14-plus points in the last 3 for Coffee. 16 against Emmanuel is her high of this season, as it's now at the top of the key. Siekman goes backdoor to Harvey. Kick out 3. No good. Drevna gets the rebound underneath the basket. It's Iqbal Seta dribbling with the right, now the left hand down the near sideline. Iqbal Seta top of the key, setting up plays. Goes Dixon, left wing, and the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by the fingertips of Thompson. Dixon to inbound it from the right side underneath the basket.
And this is a lineup the Bombers want in right now, too. And, not a lot of rest that Coffee's gotten, but you bring Drevna back in the game. You have 3 different shooters that can work from downtown.
Dixon looking for somewhere to inbound it. Goes left corner. And Drevna here. Drevna being guarded closely. Back to the top of the key in Dixon. Dixon setting up plays. Stutter steps. Now driving down the lane. Pulls up a shot from the left wing. And it is no good from just inside of the perimeter there. Almost a desperation shot with the shot clock winding down. And it's the Brewers now with it. McDermott, top of the key, stutter stepping all the way back towards the Vassar logo at midcourt. Tosses it to the left side and Harvey. Harvey around the perimeter. Now goes Siekman. Siekman with it on the right wing, looking to set something up. Goes right corner now. Kernick. Kernick taking a couple steps back. Now to the left side of the court. Thompson with 5 on the shot clock. Pushing towards the net. It's Harvey. She puts one up off the backboard. No good. Rebound underneath the basket. Ball still on the ground, being kicked around. And a 3 wide open for Ahern is no good. Iqbal Seta gets the rebound. Tries to toss it underneath the basket to Drevna for the assist and the slam on the fast break. But the ball gets tipped away by Thompson. Great defensive play there to keep Ithaca from scoring on the fast break.
I love that speed there from Zoraida to move from full court, but that rush pass to Drevna could have been costly. Gets tipped as well. Those are those times you could take yourself or reset.
1:44 left to go in the third. Pass goes to the left wing. It's Coffee. Coffee goes underneath the basket. Dixon driving, puts up a shot, and it's good on the jumper from just underneath the net. 1-on-1 with McDermott. It's 44-51. Bombers battling back here in the third quarter. 1:30 left. Brewers with the maroon unis. Left to right, underneath the basket now, driving all the way McDermott. McDermott goes back to the top of the key, all the way around the perimeter. Now with it, left side, Siekman. Siekman back to McDermott on the left wing. McDermott drives towards the basket, covered by 2. Gives the ball to Siekman behind the back. Now the kick out to the top of the key for 3, and it's no good from Thompson. Underneath the basket, looking for some second chance points. Rebounded again for the 3rd time by Vassar on the jump ball here. Body's hitting the floor, and it looks like it will be awarded to the Brewers. Rather, no, it will be the Bombers who get it on the jump ball there.
And right there, too, For Vassar, Julia Harvey's at 5'8", Yvonnya Watkins down low at 5'11". Those are the rebounds you need from the Bombers. Harvey had 3 straight. Luckily, Bombers forced the jump ball, but that can't happen on those possessions.
Right to left. Polche with it, dribbling with the right hand. Now steps down the right sideline. Dixon, right wing. Looking for somewhere to go. Goes with the overhand pass underneath the basket. Drevna driving, covered closely. Looks to Desire underneath the net, but the pass is taken away by Harvey. Looking for the fast break all the way down the court. Tries for the fast break points on the layup. It's no good. Right into the hands of Deser on the Bombers side, who's checked in. It's now Polche top of the key. Polche for 3, taking all the time in the world and taking all the time as she needs. Drills it. It's a 4-point game. 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bombers battling back. Vassar now with it at the top of the key. McDerm gives it behind the back. Siekman dribbles. Now to Harvey. Harvey driving down the lane. Gives it back to Siekman. And from the top of the key, Harvey lets one fly from way downtown and connects for the three-pointer. 54-47 as the clock winds down in the third quarter. Shot flies from way beyond midcourt, but it is no good. Trying for the buzzer beater there at the end of quarter number 3. 54-47, Vassar on top after a 9-0 run to start off the third. We're going to head to the fourth. Bombers and the Brewers looking for their first win in conference play. And we are back, quarter number 4 from Vassar College, and the Brewers sending it in from midcourt on the far side of the court. Pass goes into McDerm. McDerm back towards the Vassar logo at midcourt, trying to set something up. Stutter steps, being covered by the freshman Desire, calling out plays. It goes back to Gelb. Gelb on the right wing, gives it to Harvey. Harvey right back to Gelb, who drives, throws up a hook. Bodies hit the floor. Polche and Harvey, both of them going to the ground. And the foul is going to be called here and going to the line for 2. Gelb, physical match so far, Cam. Rivalry history between these two teams, looking for their first win in conference play.
And a strong drive there from Gelb, and what she's done so far, 14 points going on Watkins down low. And the battle right now for Vassar, their guards have been so good in the rebounding game.
First from the stripe, some help from the backboard, and it's in for Tova Gelb. The junior, 12-plus points in each game this season, 15.3 points per game. 9:40 left to go here in the fourth, and she sinks her second from the free throw line, 56-47. Bombers dug themselves even further of a hole as Ichabod said at top of the key, sends it left wing Dixon. Dixon with her hands over top her head, looking for somewhere to pass. Now dribbles towards the right side, pushes, goes down low. Ichabod Seta throws it up with the left hand and sinks it in for the basket. 9:20 left to go in the fourth. Vassar with it. Quickly down the court, and the takeaway from Watkins on the half-court pass. Trying to go cross-court, looking for Tawny underneath the basket, and the Bombers with the takeaway, looking to get some points out of it here. Around the perimeter they go. It's now Dixon on the right wing. Dixon being stuffed way deep by Kernick. Overhand pass to Watkins underneath the basket. She drives up with the layup and goes for the shot, but it's off the backboard, no good. And the rebound is going to be picked up by Tawny, and she's going to send it right back to Gelb. Gelb on the left wing on the Vassar side of the court, goes back to the top of the key, and Tawny behind the back to McDerm, who goes up for the layup, and it's no good. It's going to go out underneath the basket and out of bounds on the rebound off of what appeared to be a Bomber hand. Looked like Ichabod Seta got her hand in there, so it will be Vassar basketball. McDerm sends it in to the far side of the court. Tawny, left wing. Now back to the top of the key. Here it's Harvey, who enters the perimeter, pulls up a shot. Front iron, no good. It's going to be right into the hands of Kernick on the Vassar side, taking it all the way back in front of the Vassar bench. And now she'll give it behind the back. Gelb, right corner. Gelb underneath the basket. Hands it behind the back of Tawny. And Tawny with the finger roll as the buzzer winds down. 8:19 left to go. 2 more points for Vassar, 58-49. Now the lead is Dixon with it on the right wing. Goes underneath the basket. Ichabod Seta driving baseline. Kicks out to the top of the key. And it's Watkins from the stripe who nails it. Bombers right back into this one. 7-point game. 8 minutes left to go. Brewers right side of the court now. Top of the key. McDermott. McDermott sends it to the stripe. 10 feet out. Tawny sets up a screen. Behind the back goes to Gelb. Gelb. Back to McDermott. McDermott, top of the key, driving down the left side. Currently on the left wing. Stutter step. Goes for 3 from the corner, just inside the perimeter, rather, and she nails it. Uncontested for 2 more. 60-51. Now the score. Bombers moving right to left. Dixon sends it to Ichabod Seta on the left wing. Goes underneath the basket. Watkins sends it out to the near corner, and Polche, who drives down the baseline, puts up a shot with the right hand, going for the hook, and it's off the right side of the netting. And no good, falls right into the hands of Vassar. Quickly in transition now underneath the basket. And Polche is going to be called with a foul as Bellatoni was going up for the layup. She'll head to the line.
What Vassar's doing so well, second chance points. They're winning that offensive rebound battle right now. And their offense, so slippery and so fast on the perimeter. So many different players. They have 4 guards in outside of Tawny that are able to shoot from the perimeter. A lot of movement, and it's really being erratic and tough for the Bombers to convert and stop. But Tawny's in the middle of all of it as the 6'3 center.
6'3", only 2 points per game is her first from the foul stripe. Rolls in and out. 7:18 left to go. 60-51. Vassar on top here in the fourth quarter. Has been a big force, especially helping in the rebound department. Her second from the stripe is no good. Off the left iron, right into the hands of Yorio, who's checked into the game. Now it's Dixon across the court, now to the top of the key. Sends it to the right wing, Ichabod Seta. Ichabod Seta down low. Yorio from the right elbow. Now back to Dixon, top of the key. Sends it down low to Yorio, who stutter steps, and from the right wing puts up a shot just inside the perimeter for 2. Yorio nails so far in this one, playing a big-time impact on the offensive side. 6 points all coming here in the last few minutes. Now underneath the basket, driving. It's Harvey on the Vassar side. 19 points last time out against Ithaca last season. Doing it again today is Yorio. Quick in transition on the Bombers. Tries to go with the finger roll off the basket and right into the hands underneath it of Kernick. Kernick across the court now. Sends it to the left wing. Stutter stepping McDermott. McDermott takes her time, heading all the way back to the logo at midcourt. Polche with the steal. 1-on-1. Sends it down low. Dixon goes in with the finger roll. And a timeout is going to be called here on the Bombers side. Looking to get to the bench. Reset as Dan Raymond calling the timeout, and the Bombers down 62-55, 6:14 left to go here in the fourth.
And the Bombers want to move out and run. And that possession before Polche had that steal and that land from Dixon, the Bombers are moving too quickly. Yorio is up. They're on, they don't have the numbers. They're on a 2-on-3 on the offensive side. It's Yorio and I think it was Dixon moving up the court. You need to slow those possessions down. In a game like this, when you're down now 62-55, you have to understand the possession battle. Make every single one count. That one you love, because Polche being able to read that pass at the top of the key, you move in transition. But the Bombers right now, they got to control themselves more on the offensive side.
And it was the defensive side, too. While the shots weren't hitting on the offensive side, definitely some struggles in the first few minutes. You look back to the third quarter where they were dominated by that Vassar offense with the 9-0 run to start it off. And the Bombers really looking for something here with 6:14 left to go.
And you want to see Coffey, too, right now. Coffey just checked back in the game, 19 points, looking for a first 20-point game, and her playing a long career here with the Bombers. Get her back involved. Work on those back screens. Get Coffey on something to shoot out towards the perimeter. Let her do what she does from behind the arc. That's what the Bombers saw in that first half. Get Coffey involved once again.
Coffey, the sole grad student on this team, as the Brewers take it from underneath their basket, moving left to right here. And it's McDermott. McDermott sends it to the top of the key. Tawny behind the back to Gelb. Rather, that's Harvey. And the interception from Dixon, taking it all the way herself down the court, and the ball is going to be knocked out of her hands by McDermott underneath the basket as Dixon was stutter stepping. Just lets that one roll out underneath the net. We'll see who's going to send it in as Ichabal Seta, the sophomore, calling out plays, giving instructions to the grad students, the seniors, everyone on the roster. It's going to be inbounded, left wing, Ichabal Seta. Ichabal Seta goes top of the key, Polche. Now it's Coffee on the left corner, driving around the perimeter, back to Polche at the top of the key. Looking to set something up, 15 on the shot clock. Down low, Yorio gets the pass on the feed from Ichabal Seta and the finger roll. Exactly how you draw it up.
Great possession. Backdoor cut. Look for the top of the key. Down low, Yorio.
McDermott top of the key, driving one-on-one, physical contact underneath the basket with Ichabal Seta. Kicks out to the right corner, and the pass to Gelb. Gelb puts up a shot, can't get it. They kick it out to the top of the key, and McDermott nails it for three. Gymnasium getting loud here after that one. Missed opportunity turns into three as Dixon takes it on the layup on the other side of the court. These teams moving quickly now underneath the basket. It's Kernick. Sends it to the left side. Gelb, left wing, back to the top of the key. McDermott. Reset. Taking her time, and a foul is going to be called on the Ithaca side here on Dixon, who is covering the 6'3" Tawny. She'll go to the line.
4 different players right now in Vassar with plus 10 points. And that top player right now in McDermott with 17 on that three-pointer. But Eli, loving that possession, that foul called. Vassar slowing things down. They see the pace. They control the lead. Now they set back up.
Going to be inbounded from underneath the basket as the contact was not on a shot there. Polche's just going to slap the inbounded pass out of bounds. So it'll be the same situation again with McDermott to send it in. The intended target on the pass was Tawny, leading in assists on this team with 3 per game. It goes to Tawny on the right corner. Around the perimeter go the Brewers. Now it's Harvey top of the key. Stutter steps, goes right wing. McDermott back with it. Dribbling with the right and the left hand. Now drives towards the right side of the court. And an off-ball foul on Yorio. Doesn't like the call. And that is crucial there as the shot clock was winding down. Instead, they're going to get a nice reset underneath the basket for McDermott.
A reach foul on Yorio. Didn't like the call, just playing help defense. Tough one.
The pass down low off the inbound. Tawny tries to go for the layup, and it's knocked out of bounds by Polche again. So exact same scenario. McDermott right side underneath the basket, looking for somewhere to go. Sends it down low. It's Harvey. Harvey dribbling, steps back, passes it right into the hands of McDermott on the right wing. McDermott driving, top of the key. Now pulls up a shot from 10 feet out. No good. Off the backboard. Rebounded Ithaca. Coffee behind the back to Ichabal Seta. Ichabal Seta down the left sideline, and an off-ball foul on the Bombers. And Yorio, she does not like the call. Crucial there.
Yorio right now has to check out now. I think 4 fouls on Yorio, but the first one down there on the defensive side, now actually 5 for Yorio. That first foul on the defensive side, a reach in with a little bit of hand fighting, and then that more of that frustration from Yorio. Some pushing and shoving down low gets called, and she's not happy.
Sending Kernick to the ground there. Using the physicality aspect of this one as Tawny setting him a play from the top of the key on the Vassar side. Sends it to the left side. Kernick for 3. Back iron, no good. In front of the bench for Vassar on the left sideline. The fight for the ball. Bodies at the floor in front of the scorer's table. Vassar is able to keep it. On the right side, Harvey driving baseline. Gets fouled by Coffee as she goes up for the layup. Down by 6, 59-65. 4 minutes left to go, and the Bombers not helping their case.
They're not helping their case right now, and Vassar being able to hold on to possessions on the offensive side. Second chance points, you reset on the rebounds from Tawny, but the guards being able to scrap down low and find different ways to keep possessions alive and get to the foul line.
It's Harvey to the foul stripe here. Looking to put the Brewers up even further. She does. It's 66-59. Harvey, the junior, after a huge year last year, all-conference second team, almost 15 points per game on the season. She's now got 15 today. She sinks the second from the stripe. Vassar in the bonus here as the Bombers take it right to left. Ichabal Seta sends it to the right wing, Dixon. Dixon looking for somewhere to go with the cross-court pass back to Ichabal Seta on the left wing. Pulls up from 3. No good. Underneath the basket, Dixon gets the rebound to keep it alive. She goes all the way to the left corner. She'll go for 3 herself and sinks it. June Dixon, the grad transfer from Division I Cal Poly, with a huge shot to swing the momentum back in favor of the Bombers. McDermott, top of the key, trying to change that here. Setting up a screen is Tawny. Back to McDermott with the finger roll. Up against contact. One-on-one with Watkins. Swirls it in at 69-62, 3:15. Bombers left side of the court looking to set something up in the off-ball foul. That called on Vassar, so Ithaca will send it in from underneath the basket.
That's a great job there from Ichabal Seta down low, setting that off-ball screen and drawing the foul. Hey, there's not always a quick foul down low. We saw with Yorio, but the way that Ichabal Seta, her body momentum, being able to just kind of throw herself back, drawing that foul. Bombers reset, but only one foul on Vassar here in the fourth. That's a great job from them playing clean basketball and not hurting themselves from the line.
So it's Dixon underneath the net. Ready to send it in. 3:14 left to go. Bombers trailing by 7. Sends it to Ichabal Seta on the left corner. Stellar steps, left wing extended. Looking for somewhere to go. She goes top of the key, Dixon. Dixon takes it all the way back towards the Vassar logo. Now goes to the right side of the court. And Polche. Now to Watkins, setting up the screen for Polche, who goes up to the basket on the layup. Uncontested, beautiful screen set up by Watkins. It's now a 5-point game as the Brewers taking their time on the right side of the court with it now. McDermott driving, top of the key. Kicks out to Harvey for 3. No. Keeps it in her favor on the pump fake. Goes down low. Tries for the layup. It's off the backboard into the hands of Coffey. Coffey, Ichabal Seta quickly down the far sideline. Now Coffey down the baseline off the backboard on the layup. Bombers bench is electric as they swarm. Coffey, the timeout called by Vassar. The score 66-69. It's a one-possession game. Ithaca crawling back.
And now the Bombers moving controlled in transition. Good defensive possessions, not fouling. A great job from Junie Dixon to keep her hands in the air. And then the Bombers got that rebound. And what they do so well, Eli, is when you get Zoraida to have the basketball and work in transition on a 3-on-3 like that, she's so good at finding the right place to pass the basketball. Finds Coffey on a back door on that right side, and Coffey took it the rest of the way with the contact. That's better in transition right now. Bombers holding on to possession, not turning the ball over. And now it's a new basketball game. 3-point game, 2:31 left to go. The big thing here will be, can the Bombers start to figure out Vassar's offense and all the movement they have up top?
Coffey now with a career-high 21 points in this one. The sole grad student who spent all of her career on the South Hill, Junie Dixon, the grad transfer from the Division I level. Coffey, huge off the bench over the last couple of years. This chance to start here in the grad year with a great group of underclassmen that she's coached up as well. And it's going to be Vassar on the left side of the court, sending it underneath the basket. Down by 3 here, the Bombers. 2:30 left to go. Towards the right side of the court, McDermott. McDermott, top of the key. Now Sutter steps towards the left side, trying to set something up. Goes to the left side, Ahern. Right back to McDermott at the top of the key. Calling out plays. Shot clock half expired. Harvey, right corner. Right back to McDermott, top of the key. And she's going to drive one-on-one with Watkins. The Euro step and the swirl. 71-66 the score. Bombers quick in transition. Dixon, left wing. Ichabal Seta calling out plays, giving orders to the offense. And the off-ball foul on Vassar. Called here on Tawny, who is one-on-one with Watkins. Battle of size between the two, and a crucial foul there, which will allow the Bombers to reset and Dixon to inbound it underneath the basket. Sends it to Ichabal Seta, left wing. Now top of the key, Coffey. Coffey looking for somewhere to go, goes left corner, Dixon. And a foul is going to be called on the Vassar side. Another off ball from McDermott. Vassar's getting themselves in some trouble here after the Bombers kicking themselves in the behind a little bit early on in the quarter.
3 fouls now against Vassar, so 2 more, and then the Bombers will get that chance to be in the bonus.
71-66 the score. 50 on the shot clock. Dixon sends it in from in front of the Bombers bench. Ichabal Seta, top of the key. Goes right wing. Coffey. Coffey underneath the basket to Watkins. Kick out 3 for Dixon. Back iron. No good. Looking to make it a 2-point game there. She cannot. And Vassar takes it on the rebound on the right side of the court. Harvey. Harvey in front of the Vassar bench, trying to take as much time off the clock as she can. Bombers trying their best not to foul. She goes top of the key. McDermott. Stutter stepping all the way back towards the Vassar logo. Now goes down low. It's Tawny. Tawny top of the key, setting up the screen. Gives it behind the back to Harvey. Harvey drives, stutter steps, pulls up, and the bucket from just inside the perimeter on the right elbow. 73-66 with 1:15 left. Bombers going to need to fire off some shots quickly, and the timeout is going to be taken by Dan Raymond on the Ithaca side.
Tough there for the Bombers, and nothing you can do on that possession. And once again for Vassar, being able to set a lot of those handoff passes and screens, top of perimeter, and Harvey, just a jump shot, tough shot, putting it through. Now for the Bombers here, 73-66, minute 13. got to find a way right now to get a quick bucket, and sooner or later you're going to have to foul. Vassar also already in the bonus, so when the Bombers foul, they'll go to the stripe. So really tough spot here, but if anything, minute 13, you're hoping for a quick 2 right now, but it gets to a point. When you start to huck up those three-pointers, it's going to come to a scenario in a time where the Bombers have to make that decision.
A couple straight buckets from Julia Harvey after it was a three-point game only minutes ago has made it 73-66, 1:13 left to go. And Ithaca and Cameron Coffey to send it in from the right wing as the whistle blown by the officials. Here from Vassar College. 1:13 left in this one in the Liberty League opener. Bombers battling from down behind. 66-73. Sent to the top of the key. Ichabod Seta. Left wing. Now Dixon. Dixon drives down the baseline, being covered closely, looking for somewhere to go. And a foul here on the Ithaca side on the offensive on Dixon. Crucial as it's going to go to Vassar underneath the basket. Possession wiped away just in an instant.
Really tough one there. A few people yelling foul or even a 5-second violation, and it was Dixon holding on the ball for too long.
Sent in. Near sideline. The press from Ithaca. Now to the far side, Gelb. Gelb sends it to McDermott, and a foul intentional there on Ithaca, trying to give themselves as much of an opportunity they can on the offensive, as it'll be McDermott who was fouled, and she'll go to the line.
And for Vassar here, 4 different scores over 10 points, and right now for McDermott, 21 on this free throw. Really just tallying up.
Now 22. She sinks it. 74-66. And the Brewers looking to put the nail in the coffin and get a huge win over Ithaca. Second is good from the stripe. The Bombers projected to come in second. In the preseason Liberty League coaches, Paul Raymond is going to use another timeout on the Ithaca side to bring his team into the huddle and try and brew what is going to be a miracle last-minute comeback. But Vassar, a very young team with a lot of experience. The returners, including the juniors, Julia Harvey, Tova Gelb, the sophomore, Naya Kernick, all with a very good amount of experience last year. The team only graduated 2 of their starters. Those 2 happen to be the 2-time Defensive Player of the Year as well as their leading scorer. So losing a couple of big pieces, but they've come back this year with a very young but also very experienced team. The sophomore Tani played in all 27 games as a freshman with 6.3 points per game. Galvin Harvey among the top 10 leading scorers in the conference last season. So a lot to look forward to for this Brewers program. A lot of question marks at the beginning of the season, and they've come out today against an Ithaca team receiving votes in the national poll and dominated them, especially late in the second half.
So many sophomores, so many different freshmen. That's what you can do and build a program like this. Experience for 4 different seasons as time goes on.
Left wing, Coffey inbounds at top of the key. Ichabod Seta right back to Coffey, and the ball going to be knocked out of bounds there off the hands of Gelb. So it'll be Coffey to send it in from in front of the Bombers bench in the left corner. 53 seconds left to go. 26 of the shot clock here in the fourth quarter. 66-75. Bombers behind against the Brewers. Sends it to Ichabod Seta, left wing. Ichabod Seta back to Polche on the right side. Pulls up for 3. No good. Underneath the basket. The rebound and the jump ball goes to the Brewers.
Not sure. It looks like
it's going to be the Bombers rather than Coffey. So the possession remains in favor of the Bombers. Polche, right corner, Dixon. Dixon top of the key, down low. Polche drives, puts up a shot with the hook as she's fouled. Shot doesn't go in on the layup, but she'll head to the line.
So a chance here for Polche. You get 2 free chances at the line. You get to stop that clock, so it helps you in a sense there. But 38 seconds and down by the 9 points here. Maybe a little bit too late for the Bombers.
First from the stripe for Polche is good. It's 67-75. 38.2 seconds left to go on the clock here. Vassar looking to stay in front and get themselves their first win in Liberty League play, 6th this season. Quickly inbounded underneath the basket, and the intentional foul from Dixon on Harvey on the right side of the court. So she'll head to the stripe here, and Ithaca with the intentional fouls to try and keep their hopes alive.
And the big thing for this Bombers team, and in the situation that they're in, you look at Vassar with the young players, a lot of sophomores on this roster making a difference. For the Bombers, it's a mix of so many different years on this team. You look at Coffey and Junie Dixon, the transfer as grad seniors, but some juniors and the sophomores and a few of the freshmen that have been involved. It's a lot of top to bottom for Ithaca.
First is in for Harvey. two of the teams in the conference that have had a big question mark surrounding their name heading into the season, especially after big years last year for both programs, make it into the conference playoffs. Backboard no good on the second shot. Dixon quickly with it. Right to left. Pulche underneath the basket. Gets the layup. No good off the backboard. Rebounded underneath the basket on the Vassar side. Taking their time trying to avoid the foul. Slinging it out to the far side. McDermott as the shot clock is turned off. 20 seconds left and ticking down. The Brewers are going to brew this clock away and give themselves a Liberty League opening win against the Bombers. As McDermott taking her time, the claps inside of the gymnasium as the buzzer sounds, and the Vassar Brewers get themselves a statement of an opening conference game victory over the Bombers, 76-68. Ithaca Falls, 21 points from Cameron Coffey, 14 and 5 boards from Junie Dixon in this one. And a lot of positives to take out of this one from the Bombers, but overall, it was a young group of experienced Vassar players. Notably, you look at Harvey, Gelb, as well as Tawney, who pretty much set up this victory both on the defense and the offensive side.
Yeah, a big thing is when you have 4 different scorers that score plus 10 points, you're going to win basketball games a lot of the time. And the big thing for the Bombers, too, and what we've brought up time and time again, when they do struggle, it's the foul trouble, Eli, and it's the turnovers. When those two things collide for Ithaca, that's what happened in those final 2 quarters. The first half, from what we saw, the Bombers were battling against the Brewers, finding ways to make turnovers, force extra possessions. That was the best basketball they were playing. Obviously, Cameron Coffey, 21 points in this game. That's a bright spot you see. But the big thing for the Bombers, trouble on the rebounding, trouble in foul trouble, and making turnovers. You let Vassar get those extra points, and they converted.
Significantly out-rebounded in this one are the Bombers, as 76-68 is your final. Ithaca shot 45.8% from the floor. Vassar less than that, only 40%, but a lot of trouble for the Bombers, especially in the rebounding department. As you mentioned, back and forth throughout the first half, and Vassar pulling away in the second to get themselves a 76-68 win in this one. Brewers move to 6-1 on the season. They've got themselves 5 straight wins, and the Bombers in this one will fall. Signing off for Cam Manna, I'm Eli Fishman. Make sure to stay tuned on Ithaca Athletics as we've got the men's Bombers and the Brewers coming up momentarily.